All right, y'all, it is that time for us to talk about the housing market for September while I am outside cooking my frozen pizza in my smoker for my family night. So what has been going on in the real estate market? Well, really, here are two expectations for the real estate market. One, buyers are gonna start saving money. Two, sellers are gonna keep making profit. So let's recap the real estate market this last month. Well, really where we're at is we have a lot of ups happening right now, okay? One, prices are up. Prices are actually up 6.1% year over year. And so that wasn't necessarily anticipated. We had a lot of projections that prices would be up maybe 4%, but we're up about 6.1%. And so the other thing that we're up is days on market. Now, that's not the way we want to be going up with days on market, though it's not horrendous. Average days on market right now is 24 days in our local market, where last month we were compared to 22 days. So yes, homes are taking just a little bit longer to actually sell at the moment. And we're also up on inventory. We have 5% more inventory locally than we had last month. And so that's a good thing for buyers. Now, the reality is, remember, days on market is a little bit longer. So sellers might be feeling a little bit of pressure right now. Like, wait a minute, why isn't my house selling? Don't worry. As long as it's priced right, as long as it shows well, and it's being marketed, don't worry. Your house is gonna sell. It's just taking a little bit longer right now. And the fourth thing that is up is under contracts. And this is an encouraging one. 10.1% more under contracts right now than we had last month, which is kind of showing this trend that the fall market really could be a very strong market for the real estate industry. So one of the reasons why we're talking about the real estate market being really good in the fall is because the feds have a lot of positive information to be able to make some good decisions. They're going to help buyers be able to, well, help their affordability with interest rates going down. And we don't really see prices going down. We actually see prices still going up. So let's talk about what's going to happen here in the fall. One of the things here in the fall that we're anticipating is that the feds are actually going to drop the interest rates. Now, that's really for a few reasons. One, the CPI is down. That's Consumer Price Index. We were at 2.9, now we're at 2.5. So that's what the feds want to see. And so that's going to most likely encourage them here next week to lower the actual basis point. Though the other thing that we've also seen so far is that a lot of the bonds and the mortgage companies have really identified that this is where the feds are going. So the mortgage rates have already started coming down. We're actually 200 basis point lower right now at this very moment than we were October 2023. So the reality is the current real estate market for the buyers is looking good because CPI is down and the anticipation for the feds to lower the basis point for the interest rate, which will be the first time in over a year, is gonna come up next week. So if you're kind of wondering what that really means to you if you're buying, if the interest rates come down, well, the easy way to say that is it's a 10% decrease in your mortgage payment. Okay, so if the interest goes down 1%, then the reality is you now save 10% on your mortgage. So if you're going to buy a house and you're going to have a $3,000 mortgage, well, once that interest rate goes down, you now, well, spend about $2,700. So the reality is this will help with, well, buyers' affordability, right? Because life is getting expensive. But here's the thing though, even though, yes, things are getting more affordable, over time, we anticipate prices still going up. CoreLogic, now, let me be honest, CoreLogic, they changed their, I guess, projections monthly almost. And I like that, actually. I think they're really, truly trending with accurate information. But CoreLogic says that they anticipate a 2.2% increase in prices year over year. So where are we going to be at this time next year? Well, you're probably going to be about 2% more in regards to price point. So we think that there's going to be more we call like, trapped in sellers. No, not trapped in sellers, sorry. They're called lock-in sellers, meaning they're locked into their home because they love their interest rate right now. Well, lot of them who are kind of, their family's growing and they need a bigger home and they just need to make a move. This is going to be their time. They're now going to actually make their move. The interest rates are coming down. They know that, yes, they're going to have to pay a little bit more, but at least it's not maybe too crazy. And so locked in sellers are most likely going to start putting their homes on the market, which is going to be bringing more inventory. But the reality is the lower interest rates are also going to bring more buyers. And so we're still going to see a very strong market. Are we going to go back to 2020 and see people just kind of paying $100,000 over list price? No, I really don't. One, I think people learn now. They know what they know. They don't want to do that, right? No one wants to see the market go back to that. Well, the seller is not going to not want that. The reality is it's not going to happen most likely. But we do see the possibility of more competition when the interest rates do go down, especially if a home shows well, is priced well, and is marketed well. Because y'all, that's really the key to sellers. When sellers sell, they have to really identify what's the best price point. And price point is a moving target, meaning you price the home based upon where the current market is. So for sellers who are pricing it much higher than what the last sales are for, they're overpriced. This is what's happened. They're overpriced because that's not where the market's going. 2.2% over the next 12 months, y'all. Okay, so the reality is when sellers are pricing it strategically and they do the needed work to help the home show well, and their agent is doing the needed marketing, the paid marketing, the prospecting that's needed to ensure every buyer is seeing the home's gonna sell. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. If you're a seller, you got profit coming around you. And if you're a buyer, you got affordability coming around you. So if you're wondering if you should do something this season, yeah, I'd say yes, right? But if it's not the right timing for you, don't worry about it. Until next year, give me a call if I can help you.